Halo teman-teman, balik lagi di Bronson Audio Jakarta. Di video kali ini kita akan spesial membahas brand terbaru yang masuk ke Indonesia, salah satu brand high-end di dunia dan sudah meraih berbagai prestasi di kancah internasional. Dan spesialnya di sini kita ditemani langsung oleh CEO dari Art in Motion. Hi sir, nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Marian from Sweden, creator of Art in Motion.
Thank you.
Here in Indonesia.
And also Om Teddy seperti biasa akan menemani kita juga di dalam video ini, dan kita akan menanyakan beberapa pertanyaan tentang brand ini, spesialnya apa, keunikannya di mana, dan yang pastinya ini akan membantu memperkenalkan teman-teman lebih jauh tentang brand satu ini.
Hello Teddy.
Hello Marian.
Nice to have you here.
Okay, maybe I want to ask some question.
Sure.
Marian, can I ask?
Yeah. First question, for those who might be new to Art in Motion, how would you describe your brand and what makes it different from other brands?
Thank you. So basically, Art in Motion as a brand started way before the speaker creation. It's more a combination of feelings that lead us to car audio in general. So it starts very early for everybody. When you get your first driver's license and you drive a car, you get this feeling of freedom. You can go anywhere, when you want, how you want. Plus, when it's part of music and when you have to listen to music as loud as you want, in your privacy, then the car is the best environment, in my opinion. So this came up to Art in Motion, as music is kind of the oldest type of art expression in the world. And by getting the freedom of motion, at least for me, when I was young, this was the best environment to listen to music. So when I started doing car audio installation, Art in Motion felt perfect name.
Oh.
As a speaker manufacturer, in general, it's all about music, the love for sound, the love for, let's say, sound reproduction, and our love of creating beautiful designs, which are kind of married together in the products, starting with Time Machine.
So I hear in the demo car, if we heard small volume and the higher volume, the linearity is good, right?
Yes.
Different from the other brand.
Yeah, very happy that you noticed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, this has a lot to do with the way we approach this kind of design. Because we started, let's say, the ignorance of not knowing what producing such products means was blessing, because otherwise we would never start. It's extremely difficult to get the product developed to the end. But we persevered, and the approach was very simple in the beginning, and I looked at the landscape in general, and using extreme powerful motors with very lightweight cones felt like just so straightforward. And my question was, how come nobody really does it in the way that I imagine is possible? And of course, while doing that, we discovered is actually not as easy as it sounds, of course. A lot of things happens when you apply a huge amount of force to a very lightweight membrane. Obviously, the membrane starts to flex and create peaks and problems in sound that are very difficult to get rid of or impossible. So obviously, all speakers have problems, but we try to move problems outside of the spectrum the speakers play. So what you heard, part of this linearity, is about having very even magnetism on the whole spectrum of the movement of the speaker. And once you have even magnetism and enough power to control the movement, then the lightweight and the very loose mechanical parts help the speaker behave exactly the same whether it moves a little bit or more. So excursion doesn't affect the sound reproduction or the speed. But if the speaker moves 5 millimeters or 1 millimeter, you need huge amount of power to make it move as fast. Speed. Also the name Time Machine and the name of each driver. The name of each driver, has to do with speed. And that's, let's say, in general, the reason why you heard linearity at any volume.
Yeah. Okay. So, like your brand is Art in Motion is your feel in sound, like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. It's more about the emotions behind why we chase this good sound and why we want it in a car. Many people have maybe difficulty understanding, especially home audio enthusiasts.
Yeah.
They think your best environment is when you sit and relax and listen to your home. And that might be true to some extent, but you need to own a big home and where you're able to sacrifice one room completely or build it to have the best sound possible. Even so, there is advantages to using sound in car audio. So I would suggest to everybody who didn't experiment yet this high level of high-end audio in the car to try it.
Yeah.
As you know, it's addictive and it's a beautiful experience.
And that's good. Okay.
And so, what's your biggest challenge when creating high-end sound in car environment?
The biggest challenge is making the car environment inert to your music, because we spend all this huge effort to make the speakers extremely linear and to make the cones and all the materials remove all the resonance, the internal resonance of the driver, and even go to the extent of using this kind of brass ring and the CNC basket. And then, of course, you install it in a door panel, and the door panel will start to create all kinds of noises, which, let's say, overshadow the sound quality that comes from the speaker. So the biggest challenge is to make the car inert. So when the speaker moves, it's only the speaker that moves.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a little bit idealistic. Maybe it's not possible completely, but the more we can remove the sounds of the car and we keep only the sound coming from the speaker, the better the sound.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Thank you. And your band name itself sounds poetic. Art in Motion, what does that phrase mean personally to you?
To me, art, first of all, as I said before, the music is a form of art, probably the oldest art form in existence. Maybe thousands of years ago, they were still singing music. And there was no way to capture it, and there was no way to for anybody else to feel it unless you experience it live. But for us, we can do it now in our cars. Not just we can do it, we can go to a concert, we can hear it in bad resolution or whatever. We can actually feel like we are in the room with the people singing the song for the first time, getting recorded in our car while we're driving to work. So this is, very amazing opportunity that people nowadays have.
Yeah. So I see the finishing for the Art in Motion speaker is very, very nice. Very, very perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you build this, the finishing?
It's,
Like what?
It's connected to the need when you start something to do it well until the end, first of all. And of course, the second part of it was our need to make people notice it. It's a new brand, Art in Motion. Nobody heard of it, at least not in terms of speaker production. And being in a market so crowded with so many different brands and so many speaker manufacturers, if the speaker would just look like a normal speaker, people would overlook it. And I wanted people to stop and think, what is this? I will make the effort to go somewhere where I can listen to it, because it looks so striking. So I want to experience it. That was all. And of course, the sound part is the one that can do the job later. I mean, if the people love it, then they will want to have it. But to get the attention towards the brand and towards the product, it was first reason. And second of all is inherent, the need. It's hard to stop myself from wanting things to be beautiful. If I start to do something, I want to do it until the end as I imagine it.
Wow, good.
Okay, and next question. Can you tell us more about one of your products, for like example, this Time Machine, your high performance speakers?
Yes.
What makes it special?
The Time Machine range was, from the beginning, maybe it haven't even started as a product that will be available on the market.
Yeah.
It was just my need for having good sound for myself. So I would say I had no other limitations or constraints. In my head, I said, no matter how long it takes, no matter how expensive it is, because even if it was expensive to develop, you can also spread that expense into time and then it gets more manageable. So there was basically no limitation.
No limitation.
So that for each product in the Time Machine range, the requirement was it's going to be ready and released and known to the world when it's good, when I like it very much.
So how many product you can build for the one month or 2 months?
It's a very slow process, very, very slow process, as all the parts are very expensive. There is no, let's say, if during the production one step has a fault, you do not continue and consider that part of that product a failure. You stop and work on it until it's good. So from this perspective, it's very difficult also to put a correct timeline yet, because we are not an old company on the market. So it might become faster and faster as a process, but for now it varies from piece to piece. The requirement is that the end the product is as intended. Good.
Okay. The special edition. Limited.
Kind of each one, yes.
Okay, lanjut ke pertanyaan kita.
The final questions. What's next for Art in Motion? Any upcoming products, direction, or expansion?
Of course, you have seen the Continuum line, which is the closest one to fruition, where people can experience it. It's already here, but in very limited pieces. And obviously, there is stuff happening, because once you start thinking about how to create the impossible, then this process continues in my mind. I cannot stop it. So there is all kinds of things that I can dream about. Maybe this would be possible, maybe that would be possible. And sometimes I become so curious, I put it to the test, and we make some tests and we make some prototypes and we listen a little bit, and new ideas come to mind. So of course, during the presentation, we have shown you that there is things to look up in the future too, but I think we should not go too much into detail about this, because we don't have a clear timeline. So then people will have too many expectations on the short term. Maybe since you guys are going to visit Salzburg, maybe you're going to see something there and we can speak more about it.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you for your explanation.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
you, Marian.
Thank you, Teddy.
Come
on.
Closing. Closing.
Oke teman-teman, tadi kita baru saja selesai membahas bareng bersama dengan Om Teddy dan juga Sir Marian selaku dengan CEO langsung dari Art in Motion. Brand ini unik sekali, teman bisa melihat langsung dari display yang ada di sebelah gua ini, mulai dari line up Time Machine, high performance-nya, lalu ada Continuum, satu seri di bawahnya, yang dimana perbedaannya di efisiensi dari masing-masing kinerja speaker. Yang satunya tidak membutuhkan watt terlalu besar, dan yang satunya memang dibuat khusus untuk performa maksimal dari sebagai flagshipnya dari brand Art in Motion. Nah, buat teman-teman yang punya pertanyaan lebih lanjut, teman-teman bisa menghubungi Bronson Audio, atau bisa juga nonton nanti pembahasan kita tentang mobil yang sudah dilengkapi dengan sistem Art in Motion 3-way, ada subwoofer juga. Ini subwoofer unik, teman-teman pasti belum pernah dengar. Dan untuk secara harga, memang subwoofer ini sangat jauh di atas rata-rata, tapi performanya teman-teman nanti boleh cek. Kita akan lakukan tes sound juga mungkin di mobilnya ya. Kita akan sempilin nanti tes sound dari suara dari mobil yang sudah dilengkapi dengan sistem Time Machine 3-way di depan, lalu ada subwoofer juga dari Femto ukuran 10 inch-nya. Jadi mereka ini mengeluarkan dua jenis subwoofer, yang satu Femto dan yang satu lagi yang berukuran 8 inch teman-teman.
I do alright? Did I ever ask you? Did I need to? Now I think I might.
teman-teman. Oke? Kalau gitu sampai bertemu di video selanjutnya. Bronson Audio, feel sound like never before.